when we looked at the overhaul, and if you attended those AMA symposiums and they had the panel with the
Yep.
discussion, and it's the different physicians that talked about why they made this change. They
Mhm.
wanted to see it more of a thought process. Those
Yes.
that audited before, we saw a lot of note bloat. No
Yep.
matter what specialty you look, it was like a lot of copy and paste, and it's like it
Yep.
wasn't really for that particular date of service. So you're
That's
like,
right.
okay, well, tell me what happened today. And so this was supposed to help us. So I think, you know, that was super duper helpful. And I
Yep.
like the panel and when they discussed this, and it's physicians telling us
Exactly.
why they themselves were what they were seeing and why the change was so needed. So I think that's important. And I think the note has come a long way. I don't think that we're done though. I
Yeah.
think we're still providing education. I think being proactive. So that's why you have people like us, like working with IT and different organizations to update templates. Not necessarily when we look at or have a routine yearly audit and then you find it and then nothing happens. If
Right.
you consistently see a pattern, then you want to work with your compliance department, you want to work with IT and make sure you're updating these. You don't want to continue to have these
Right.
providers document, and it's not compliant.
Absolutely. That's a great, great pro tip is when education is provided, those changes should happen immediately, right? And if it requires cross department changes, that needs to happen quickly rather than waiting for the next round in your audit cycle, right? The next quarter, the
Exactly.
next year. No, no. We always recommend, as compliance folks, definitely once those deficiencies have been identified, you have to rectify it, right? Take it to the appropriate team. Like, for example, if it happens to be IT, you need
Yeah.
to make sure that that gets taken care of at the same time. That's a great point.
Exactly.
And we always recommend document when you
Yeah.
received your education from your consultant, from your auditor, from your compliance professional, whoever. Document on July 1st, I received my education. I spoke with them for 2 hours. I received the education. I've escalated things to IT. I've escalated things to the coding team. So everyone is now aware of these
Mhm.
changes that have to be made. Yeah,
Exactly. And I think that's
that's a
so
great
important.
point. Yeah, so
I
important.
think that's a great point. No matter if you're coding, if you're billing, I always say get someone's name, get the time, get when you did it. So you leave a paper trail so they know. And then you can go back and look to see when you noticed it and then how are they doing going forward after education. I think that's always important.